Good afternoon, guys. How you guys doing on this Friday Eve? I look for any kind of, you look for anything to celebrate, and it's not. You usually wait for Friday to say it's the weekend Eve, but it's Friday Eve, guys. I'm loving every minute of it. I took one trade today, guys. Make it real quick. One trade, one winner. It was a textbook trade, very easy, very easy trade. I took it on ARA. I only took 369 shares. I got a partial fill, so I just left it with that. I initially tried to get, I think it was 750, but I just got that, so I just stuck with the 369 shares. This was a textbook, very easy trade, very easy trade, guys. The reason I'm gonna break it down right now, and why I took the trade and how easy this one was. All right. So number one, it I noticed this. I actually let me preface this by saying, as you look at the time, is my only trade was at 12:44. So that kind of tells you how the morning was. It was fairly slow. You had the GLG that everybody was talking about, uh, but it wasn't my ideal stock. The GLG, but outside of that, the market was slow. I actually left about 11 o'clock. I went on, did me a little run, ran a couple laps, did a mile and a half run, um, and a couple other things. So when I got back about 12:15. I just said, let me look at the market and see what's going on, see if there's anything going on. That's the beauty of this market. That's the beauty of the market. There's always opportunities. Some people, may have a set schedule. Nothing wrong with that. Some people may trade till 10 o'clock, 10:30, and usually that's what I do. Or some people trade just one trade at like 9:30, 9:45, and then they're going for the day. Nothing wrong with that at all. But the beauty of the market is, as long as the market is open from 9:30, or if you count pre-market, from about 6 a.m. to about 4:30 in the afternoon, there's chances that you can make money. So that's one thing I love about the market. But anyway, I left, and when I came back, I said, let me just take a look, see if there's anything, because I hadn't made any trade today. And I saw this trade, textbook, man. First thing I saw was, okay, it gapped down and it's trying to come over this gapping point. The second thing I saw was it's coming up, but it's coming up on little to no volume relative to what it went down on. So as you can see here, it went down on 3 million shares traded. Today it's at about 300,000 shares traded, 330,000 at the moment shares traded. So it's not strong enough to really push and close this gap based on the volume. The volume is not enough to close this gap. That was my first red flag here on this stock, to let me know that it was going the other way, going back down. Secondly, what do I always tell you guys about this wick? Well, I call it antennas. What I always say is, the longer the wick, the more likely of a bearish signal of that stock. The more likely the stock is heading down. If you see this type of wick on a 5 minute, on the 3 minute, on the 1 minute, on the daily, on the weekly, it all means the same thing. And the longer it is, the more bearish of a signal the stock is showing. If it's a fairly short little wick, that's you can't really count that. But if it's a convincing size like this, where it's like 3 or 4 times the size of the body, see the body here? This is like 3 to 4 times the size of the body here. You know what I mean? So that, right away I saw that, I said, okay, I'm looking to go short in this stock. And I saw how freely it was moving. It moved from like 7 all the way up to $8. So I see that, okay, it has range. So I saw it trying to come back up to this high, but when I saw that it couldn't reach it, that's when I jumped in. I jumped in at 12:44. That was in this candle here. I saw I was having a hard time, and I just went ahead and jumped in at 766. Actually, it was still at 776, but the bid was at 766. So I just jumped in at the bid. If I ideally I wanted to get in at that 776, but I couldn't get filled there. So I went ahead and jumped on the bid, and I rolled it down. Now I got out a little early. But I just wanted to lock up some profit because know how slow today was. And I know a lot of things don't have a lot of follow through when it's slow like this. So yes, it did continue down, but when a day is kind of weak, sometimes it doesn't have the follow through. Sometimes it can just start going in a little range like this and never go down any further. So as soon as I started to seem like it wanted to, you know, show a little sign of coming back up, I just jumped out. 748, the high of this candle, 748, well actually 749. But I got out right there. You can see for a $66 gain before commissions, 54 after commissions. Real quick, real easy trade, guys. This was textbook. It couldn't break the gap. Low volume, high wick. It was just textbook, guys. So had I held, as you can see, it got all the way down. So I had the right idea on shorting it because it got all the way down to 705. So had I held it, that would have been 60 cent gain. So about $200. But I'm happy with what I got. At this market, you just take what it gives you, and profit is profit, guys. Uh, that's pretty much it for today, guys. One trade, one winner. If I could leave you guys with anything, it's let the trade come to you. See, this trade pretty much came to me. Let it come to you. I ache stock trading to fishing. I've said that in prior videos, and I'll say it again. It's similar to fishing. It's just like when you drop your hook in the water, you can't expect the fish to jump on it right away as soon as you drop it. I mean, unless you got some real serious fishing skills and charm and all that stuff. But anyway, um, you have to be patient. You kind of wait for the fish to the right opportunity. Then you hook it and you pull it out. That's the same with trading. You wait for the right opportunities. Don't just jump on anything just because it's moving. Stick to your strategy, whatever that is. Wait for the setup for your strategy to happen. Whether that's keeping up with the level two price action, whatever it is. Wait for that right opportunity, and then you jump in. Because some trades will come to you. They'll just come to you where you don't really even have to do anything. It's like textbook, like this one was. Oh yeah, and another thing that I forgot to mention of why I got in, it hit the moving average. This is a 20-day moving average, so it was textbook all the way around. I saw this as resistance, and surely enough, it acted as resistance, and that's what it is. All right, guys. I will be in tomorrow, hopefully. If I make a trade, I will let you guys know. Take care.